Welcome to the Erect Posture presentation. How to sit erect or plumb with gravity. The Erect Posture is a postural exercise taught in 7 steps that result in a level pelvic bowl, the spinal column plumbed with gravity, your eyes on the horizon, and your crown lifted. That's a description of the Erect Posture. You got to get this plumb with gravity. You got to get this level. You got to get your eyes on the horizon, and then you lift right off. The erect posture. That's what erect also means. Erect means that all those conditions are met. Okay. Welcome to lesson 2. I'm not Gwen, and my goal is to make available for everyone how to sit up straight, to really teach what it takes to sit up straight as an exercise. And believe it or not, the exercise is learning to do it and then doing it. Learn to sit up straight and practice it and make it you. This is the best protection I can tell you for gravity not to beat you down. Gravity takes down mountains. And if you look at our elderly now, here's the problem with the elderly. We didn't learn how to sit up straight. I'm Aunt Gwen, and I'm sharing with you my experiences, my life quest for how to sit up straight. I wanted to teach that. And so Aunt Gwen wanted the job of learning to teach straight posture. And Aunt Gwen, and I am also Dr. Gwen, the two of us, we're the same person. Aunt Gwen teaches how to do it. Dr. Gwen tells you why she knows it's right. And both of those videos are on my YouTube station. I don't know what you call it. YouTube site. Okay? You can find out why. If you're academic and you want to challenge, check out why. And if you want to learn how, come on and just stay with Aunt Gwen. If you don't need to know why, you just need to know how, then that's what Aunt Gwen is giving. The rules: if it hurts, don't do it. I'm doing something so specific that if it hurts you, it's actually telling you don't do it. You're not ready for this. Okay? Or do it softer, and then work up to it. Next thing is level 3. The next number 2 says at level 3 is the only place that you put in a whole bunch of power. You can use as much power as you want on the lower abdomen. That's one my grandma taught me. Is hold that one in. You can use as much power as you want, pulling up right here, okay? But everywhere else, you're just going to get it there and pose it there, hold it there. That's what number 3 is, hold. Just enough energy to hold it there. And number 4 is you need someone to teach you. And since you're doing it by video, I'm only instructing. I'm not there for you to show you. Most people have a family thing where there's actually a nagger, a person, and not nagger. Some people take it as nagging, and some people just take it. I was told, and they don't feel nagged by it. But the fact of it is, they had an outside observer that taught them how to sit up straight. Most of them did. Although some people just had a desire, and they used what they saw outside of them as inspiration. I don't want to look like that. How do I get out of that? And they would just pose themselves so they don't look like people who look like slumpers. They wanted to be erect. They wanted to carry themselves in a royal manner. I've seen it as the royal posture. Okay. The 7 steps start now. The base to the crown. And they came from the chakra system, and the base is a square, and there's the 4 structures of the square are 2 feet, and make them flat on the floor. Don't go in any strange angles like that, because that'll give you ankle problems. The foot was supposed to walk you, but I don't know that you were supposed to stretch them out like that, and I don't know that the heel catching your weight was supposed to happen, because I'll tell you, I started having foot problems just from doing sitting like that. So eliminate that one. I don't recommend that one. The 4 points are the 2 feet and make sure that they're taking the weight straight on. This is my sister. Take your weight straight on with the feet running parallel with the thigh. Whatever direction the thigh is running, let the feet, if you look down at your toes, let them be running just like your thigh, or just like your shin. And then, and you're sitting on your ischial tuberosities, which is your sit bone, and it's part of your pelvis, and it's a rocker-shaped structure. Okay, so that's level one. You must get all spinal curves, and to do that, if you sit like this, you won't do it. That's the reason I was told when I first got into posture, when I first heard about posture, that our chairs made us not sit upright. And here's the fact: if you sit all the way back in your chair, so that your thigh is now in control, you will roll back. Just look around. Find me a room. No, I have videos of people. I go out looking for settings where I can get videos of people doing certain things. And you see people sitting back in their chair, and you're going to see them round. Once you put that thigh in control, the spine is going round. You've got to get that thigh so he's not in control. And to do that, you lift the thigh, you lift the seat. This is two ways of getting this right, or a combination of the two. You either sit with a height adjusted chair, and since most of you are not going to know how to do that, I'm going to just tell you to take a seat in your chair. And if you sit in a height adjusted chair, it will be right when the seat right here is above the entire knee. Okay? That's what they're doing here. That's what the child is doing when he sits like that. They'll sit in a chair like that because they're in good shape. You know, they're babies. You'll see a child sitting up straight if you see them like that, right? Or sitting to the edge like they're about to sit at a table, and their legs don't hit the floor and back them up. Once those legs hit the floor and start leaning them back, there they go back. Okay, but this is a height adjusted chair. And the other way to do it, if you're sitting in a chair that's not height adjusted, open your knees. It's like once you learn to, when you were learning to do the split, and you widen your legs so that you can fold your pelvis in between your thighs. That's how you widen your legs. And again, keep the feet parallel to the thigh, okay? And don't do strange things like that. If you do things like that, I did that for a while, I instructed that for a while, that'll give you ankle problems. You just want to widen your thing, and don't let your elbow get trapped in your chair. So you're choosing your chair. Don't get a chair where your elbow's trapped, because I want your arms out here, you know, flat this way, flat that way, held like that. But I don't want that elbow, that chair to restrain you. And widen your legs, so that you could possibly sit up straight out there on the floor with your legs straight out, but you got to put them out to the side, and then you might be able to sit up straight. You got to be able to roll in between your thighs, and you know one needs adjusting. Widen the legs or lift the chair. If when you get level 2, you can't do this one, okay? What we got to do is that we got to level the bone. And you see, most people are sitting with their pelvis just like that. Just like that. It flattens. It's flexed. And that's the chair. That's what that meant when they said the chair got you. So to take the chair's power away from you, widen your legs, and now let's learn how to level our bones. Okay? The ischial tuberosity is a rocker. There it is right there. And you want to rock in between your thighs and come back. Rock forward and come back, and rock forward and come back. Now, when you dump, if you can't dump means the whole gut drops out. The curve, it's exaggerated in the back. If you can't do that, then widen your legs and or lift your chair till you can do this and that. This is wrong. But you got to be able to go here to find the position in between that and that. That's my position in between dump and slump, I call it. Slumping, stop slumping. See, everybody here is slumping. He may have a curve there, but he's just at a strange angle. You've got to have a slant, or you got to open them up really wide. so that you can drop in between it and find the position in between and keep on finding that position. Off and on, go there and make sure that your pelvis is not whipping your spine into the wrong place. If your pelvis is in the wrong place, you'll either get too much curve or you get too flat a curve. Your pelvis dictates that. Your pelvis dictates it because it is the hand that grips the spine via the sacrum and is whipping it. And if it gets too far, you got to curl back. And if it gets, and you want to find the position where neither one is going on. And hold that. That's level 2. Level 3 is pull up on that lower abdomen. Below the navel, you need to lift him as hard as you can. This is the fire. This is the place where you can bring it on as hard as you please. Bring in that lower abdomen below the navel. Pull that in as hard as you can. The only way you can pull that in is for the origin to be the spine. The spine has to get tight so that you can reach in there and pull that gut up. That's how you get a lordosis. There's no magic to a lordosis. It's just knowing the right muscle. And the muscle is the lower abdomen. Pull it in. And there are people who know that. That was what my grandmama knew. That's what some dancers are taught. Hold the lower gut in. A young lady said, her mama said, if you want to keep a figure, hold your stomach in. If you want a figure, hold your spine straight, hold your head high, and pull your gut in. And you'll keep a figure the rest of your life. And what they mean is there will be a definition of the waist. You won't become a blob in the waist. You can get so fat that you still, but at the core, you'll still be tucked in. You'll still have that, the hourglass. Pull in. And so if you had that baby and you want to get rid of the bump, pull in. I know people who've done it. And everybody say, how do you have that baby so fast and get over there? They've been pulling in all their life. They never stopped. And you won't know. They have that baby, and before you know it, they're looking just like they used to look at the waist. Pull in. And leave the top soft. That's where breathing occurs. The breathing, the stomach movement you see in breathing, when you're watching somebody breathe, the stomach muscles should happen here. And that's not the stomach muscle contracting. That actually is the stomach muscle relaxing as the diaphragm drops down, contracts, and brings air into the lung. And then when it relaxes, it goes back. But this is just sitting here being soft. If you make him hard, it rounds the back. It pushes this area back. Okay? So pull here. Level 2, 3. That's all there is. Learn to do this. The next one is you got to get your back to have the right shape. Your spine, as your spine whips into the wrong position, your rib cage loses its shape. When you round back and you don't have a straight back, like a flat back like them, then you round your head from then on out. Everything's wrong. Once you lose any one of them, everything's wrong. But this is round back. And when I tell people round back, I mean round this way, and I mean round that way. I mean just round. And the way to get rid of that is the instructions are caught in this chakra here. When I found it, the way I found that's what it meant was, I started realizing that if instructions were in the hieroglyphics, okay, if instructions were in the hieroglyphics, then it had to be how it felt. So widen here is how it's felt. That's the instruction. Widen between here and here, armpit to armpit. And widen parallel to the armpit, running straight down, get behind there and widen that area. Widen from here to here. And widen here. And you get that back. You're holding this, and now you're holding this and this. But these are held softly. Once you get it wide, and just hold it. That's how to get from here to here. This is a young version. That's over. They're same basic type. That gravity, that's gravity. When gravity catches you like that, it's no way to fight that. There's no way to fight that except to come here. You live long enough, and this is gonna be that. That's what I'm trying to teach you. You've got a life expectancy of 80. They're now saying 79. That's just about 80 years old. Life expectancy is 80, and you look like that as a teen. Oh, baby, he'll be lucky when he's his age that he isn't further forward. Because he probably wasn't that far forward in the head when he was young, because he didn't do this. He didn't do that. He didn't have it. He did something else, but he didn't have that. Gravity would take that anyway. It doesn't matter. Give gravity. We're a chain. We are a column that's a chain. Think of the field. This fights gravity. Think of a field day that the gravity has. Look at it. That's how you observe. Look at other people. When you widen here, widen from here to here, feel that tuck. The reason is for the body to widen between here, the spine in this area has to become the origin for that chain of muscles that makes that happen. In other words, one muscle makes this happen in the front, it links to another muscle in the back. And whoop. Now, the next one, widen here, he produces this. See, you were around here, it was too far forward. It needed to go back. When those muscles tighten that spine in between those little areas, it just take that back. When the muscle down here tighten, they take that under. There's your curve. There's your kyphosis in right proportions. That's a kyphosis there, but it's wrong proportion. It's too far forward this way, and it's too flat there. It needs to go under and come back. And these move it, do it. The name of the muscles we'll get later. Okay? But that's the move. That's two. Okay? You reshape the rib cage, and it's not the shoulders. It's not the shoulders that you adjust. Okay? And then the next thing is, these people have that hump way out there, way there. That neck. They have, quite often, if you get in there, you can see bumps right there. It's these vertebrae open. And what they have to do is close them back. There's a muscle that closes these back. And here's the effect. Don't take it too far back. Just take it back. Take it back so that your ears are almost over your hip, in line with your hip, hitting the chair. And that's all there is to it. And what happens is that straightens the neck. That takes the neck from going this way. This is plastic surgery being eliminated. Take this. And now once you got that, you've got your windpipe sitting inside your muscular tube because your neck went back. Okay? But that's in between points. 5 and 6 are like a unit. But you have to teach them separately. Then you let your eyes come on the horizon. Stay here. All the points are engaged now. Engage all your points. You get this angle here. And then 7 is all the things on, and then lift and move while you breathe. Movement gives you proprioception, lets you feel your body, makes you stay into your body and lift. We've done 7 steps. Practice that. Come again, take pictures of it, see yourself in it, come back again and try it again. Record what you learned here. You can practice. If you can learn to put it on the TV, you ought to split your scene. Put yourself over there and put me over here, and then watch yourself while cause see, I'm watching myself. I can, you'll see me turn around and look, pull it up. I suggest you do it too. Maybe in the community, because I can't tell you how to do it, you can tell each other, tell them where to find, how to sit up straight. Maybe you put that in here and share it with each other. How do you see yourself? Tell me if that works for you. This is the early stages of making these videos. Give me feedback. Make it more effective. Let me make it more effective because you told me what I did right and what I did wrong. Come again, and I thank you.